Shalom, brothers and sisters. Your brother ISRAELITES from the Northern Kingdom, bringing some edification for your Negro, Latino, and Indigenous, who are the biblical Israelites. And if you see here, before we start, we want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Bragatham, Rakakadash. And we want to give double honors to elders in the great millstone where we learned this truth. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel, and shalom to the speckled birds who are spread all over the four corners of the world. So what are we going to see here is a video of the HOPI Nation explaining Phrophecy Rock, which I did a lesson. If you have not seen that, is before this lesson, Phrophecy Rock. So they're explaining this petroglyph that their forefathers have inscribed on a rock. And he's going to explain a little bit about this, which, if you can receive it, comes from the scriptures. Okay? This is the tribe of Gad of the nation of Israel. So he's going to explain this. This is originally filmed in 1972, and this elder of the nation of HOPI has passed already. He's in the spirit world. So he's one of the last ones that was talking about this, that was going to the UN and showing people these prophecies. I believe they start in the 18th century. You can read more about it in the book, The HOPI Survival Kit, right, by Thomas E. Mills. It's, I think it's in page, yeah. He goes into this, what we're about to see here. So this book talks about these prophecies and how old they really are. So let's go into that.
Generations coming, stronger, much better equipment, everything, powerful things going to be developed by these two people. Then the third one that will finally bring about purification of this land in this continent would be a man with red cap, red hat, or red cloak.
You hear that? The man with the red cap and the red cloak was basically bringing World War III. Because you're hearing a lot of people speaking, this isn't right, this isn't right. There's too much, it's too quiet. What is it? Is in 2 Thessalonians? Let me see, let me get that. It's too quiet. People are talking about, because remember what happened when they charged the Capitol. So this is I can't think of it right now, but they're talking about, when they're talking about peace, right? I might have to post that. I want to say 6 Thessalonians. Yes. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then suddenly destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right? Because people are believing that Trump is going to bring peace. Oh, he's bringing the end of Gaza. He's bringing the end of Ukraine. But that's what it's prophesied to say. So people are going to start getting comfortable. They're going to lay back. When in reality, we should be worried. We should be praying, because this man is going to bring the end of the world. Because Esau is the end of the world. Okay?
Now, we do not know who that nation is or what people. But they say those people will have a large population, and they will also have much scientific inventions of all types. Very powerful nation going to be. So once he starts moving, these others two will join him with all their power and might. The three of them going to come here quickly together, and nothing can stop them. This time they're going to come right here. They say even they're going to come here so fast they come here for breakfast. Now this is nice clear day today, calm, everything nice. Tomorrow morning maybe we get up at breakfast time, then the whole sky will be dark. old man said, I don't know what will cause it dark.
He's talking about the second coming of the Mashiach Yahushai. Because it's going to say he's going to come in a fathership and all eyes shall see him. Revelation 1:7.
In the sky. Then he said the people will be raining from the sky. And in one day they're going to get control of this whole continent.
Right, because it says that in 1 hour America will be destroyed. But it's saying in one day we'll have control of the continent. And that's Yahushua Mashiach and the angels, okay, coming down from heaven to destroy this empire that is said in the prophecies.
And they're going to cut us up into 4 sections. And they're going to look for a leader that still remains, a native leader still remaining to the spiritual path. And
he's talking about the elect of the nation of Israel. And like you said, I went into my lesson. That's that 4th section is a Hebrew letter, the Tav, the end, right?
To him they will gather people here to him. And they will say, now these people, I gave them the religion and the duty to produce things, to invent things, and to become powerful people. When they came here, what have they been doing to you? Now, suppose he was the last chief still remaining in this area. They will ask him, and they will say, well, those people have destroyed my people. They're taking care of and taking everything from my people, land, rivers, and hunting rights, and that.
He's talking about Deuteronomy 28:49, that he will come as swift as the eagle. Okay, we have to understand that these scriptures are written, but to those that have understanding.
Everything that I used, they just took it away from me against my opposition. Then those that have done that, what we call purification, would be the real wicked people. People have taken advantage of them in that manner.
He's talking about Esau, Malachi 1:4, the wicked. Okay, he's talking about the nation of Edom, the so-called white man. Okay,
these figures had no heads on them. That will be their supreme punishment. Because right in daylight, right in public.
Because this area in the top, he's talking about the inventions, the world of Esau, and he's talking about removing their head, which means power. Okay, because Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning thereof, right?
They're going to weed out those bad people and they're going to chop their heads off, they said. And that is what they said will happen. That's first punishment. Then they say, what about these people here? And he will look at them and...
Now he's talking about the nation of Israel. The ones that maintain the law, statutes, and commandments. The elect.
Said, well, at least they make an attempt to help us. They did try to do something to help us, protect us. And they will pull out all those people. They will know you can't get away. They said they'll have some means of catching you.
He's talking about Ezekiel 9:4. The spiritual mark that was to be put upon men. Let me see if I get that real quick. Everything he's saying is spiritual if you can receive it. But many people do not know how he's speaking. He's speaking spiritually. He's speaking the words of the Most High. But people do not see the language. This is Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, throughout the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark, a tav, okay, that spiritual mark, not a physical mark, upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And the other, he said, in my hearing, go ye after through the city, and smite, kill. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were there before the house. So that's what he's speaking about. The spiritual mark.
And they will bring those people, there'll be a lot of those people. Then they will say, look, you have disturbed this land, life, these people. You have polluted their rivers and land and everything. Now you go and clean it up.
Yeah, that's talking about Ezekiel 38 or 39. Let me see. That there will be perpetual employment in the kingdom of heaven. Yes. Ezekiel 39 and 14. And they shall sever out of men of continual employment, passing through the land to bury with passengers those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it. After the end of 7 months shall they search. And the passengers shall pass through the land. When they seeth a man's bone, then shall he set upon a sign by it, till the burier have buried it in the valley of Hamon-Gog. Okay, because he mentions it up here. Verse 11. Let me start at verse Ezekiel 39 and 11. And it shall come to pass in that day, I will give unto Gog a place there of graves in Israel. Because this is talking about the destruction of what you would call Russia, right? And the valley of the passengers on the east side of the sea. And it shall stop the nose of the passengers. It's going to stink. And there shall be buried Gog and all the multitude. And they shall call it the valley of Hamon-Gog. And the 7 months shall the house of Israel be burying of them, that they may cleanse the land. That's what he's talking about. All the people of the land shall bury them, and it shall be to them as a renown the day that I shall be glorified, saith the Lord. So starting at 11, 14, all the way to 15, is talking about them renewing the land, that there will be perpetual employment in the kingdom of heaven, which are these wicked, the other nations, starting with Esau, nation of Edom.
And whoever survives out of that will be able to stay with the leader here. Then you say, what about these people? These people have really suffered, been persecuted and laughed at. They've been punished and they've been beat up also, because they really stood by me. And they will pull out those people, and they will be brought to him, and they will be respected. That's
adorned with a red cap.
Oh, jeez. Salakia.
that have done that, what we call purification, would be the real wicked people. People have taken advantage of them, in that what they said. And that is what they said will happen. That's first punishment. Then they say, what about these people here? And he will look at them and said, well, at least they make an attempt to help us. They did try to do something for people to stay with the leader here. Then they say, what about these people? These people have really suffered, been persecuted and laughed at. They've been punished and they've been beat up also, because they really stood by me.
Right, he's talking about the elect of the nation of Israel, the ones that are going to get saved, that were purified. In Zechariah 13, everything he's saying is spiritual. The ones that went through the tribulation. Yeah, Zechariah 13 and 8. And it shall come to pass in that land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. Then shall they call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God. Okay, so that's talking about the elect of the nation of Israel.
And they will pull out those people, and they will be brought to him, and they will be respected. That is what they said will happen at this period by the people that has this symbol and man with red cap and red coat. They will come from each direction.
The man with the red cap and the red coats. All right, that's talking about Trump. Okay, and the time he's coming in.
From where the sun rises, and they will come here quickly, and they will have something to paralyze all man-made machinery. Everything come to a standstill. All power will go.
It's talking about an EMP bomb, electromagnetic pulse. Nothing with electricity will work. No cars, no computers, no phones. Everything will shut down.
All man-made machinery will come to a standstill, and we will be helpless when they just come and take it over. And this is what they will happen to by those people just coming from the east direction. Now, if those people are commissioned by the Great Spirit to do that for the Great Spirit, if we can't clean it ourselves here, and if they fail, then the Great Spirit said there are another people coming from west direction. They'll be coming here for a long time. They're just taking this time. Slowly they're coming and building up more power, more people, more invention, and all that, and they just kept coming. If these people doesn't come here to purify this for the Great Spirit, then this one will come. And they said, when that happens, don't get them on the housetop and watch, because those people are coming from the west direction. There'll be millions of people coming up on the west coast, like ants crawling up on the land. And they will have no mercy for anyone. They'll be very cruel and severe. They're not going to ask questions. They're just going to whip everything as they come. They're going looking for someone that's who.
It's talking about 2nd Ezra's chapter 15 and 16. Yes. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and a sword in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princesses, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able, for because of the pride the city shall be troubled, with house shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Men shall have no pity upon neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and of great tribulation. So that's coming, brothers and sisters. This brother has been on point. He's been calling it out.
Hold on to the spiritual path here. They're going to do that. This is what they said is going to happen. But there's two purifiers on both sides are coming to this continent here where we started from, and we came back. We just about to destroy ourselves, mess it up. We can't straighten ourselves up. Then these purifiers will have to do it. This is what they said will happen here. So whoever comes out, then we will meet the Great Spirit. But if not, if no one listens, then these elders, religious men, will go down into the kiva, go through a ceremony, then they go over a prayer to four corners of this earth, to the above and to the below, and said, all right, none of these, my children, my people have listened to me or helped me. Now you take over.
And there it is, brothers and sisters. So if you have ears to hear, you can hear. And what everything he said was spiritual, and it could be filtered to the Bible. If you could see it, whatever he was dropping, I was picking it up. And if you don't know the language, the lingo, what he's saying, you have no idea that is in the scriptures. So I just wanted a quick lesson on that. We got all those verses. You understand that the time of the man with the red hat or the red cloak is coming. Trump, the coming. Because what do they say? I'll read it again. Read it for the last time here. Salaki, brothers. Yeah. First Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, and travail upon a woman with child. Because what's going to be happening? It's going to be like a woman going into what you would call birth pains. Okay, and they shall not escape. Okay, so total destruction is coming to America, whether you like it, believe it or not. We are upon those days. So call halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Barakatham, Rakakadash, and we give double honors to elders in GMS where we learn this truth. He that have ears to hear, let him hear. Shalom.